It was always surprising me because I thought it was C. Lane Boyd supposed to be next. A, B, C, D. I just came down to check on my Air Force Base and see how it's doing. Bishop and members of the annual conference, especially Bishop Whitfield. It's a blessing to be standing here today. Know what Rod Stewart meant in his song Maggie May? The sun in your face really shows your age. That's not sun, but it sure shows my age. I'm blessed and privileged to have my family here. Our daughter-in-law couldn't come because our granddaughter was sick, and so she didn't join us, but I have my two kids here, Laura Zavala and Wesley Dyess, and they were my evangelists in the days of the local church. If you have kids, you know what I mean. I mean, they brought people to church. They attracted people. Laura especially is my gift to the Hispanic community. She is fluent not only in English, but she is fluent in Spanish. And she always corrects me if I say something like, hola. She's married to Luis Zavala, and together they have Avery Todd and, help me here, Sebastian Martin. Now the Avery Todd, you know where that came from. And they had the honor, they honored Luis's heritage and by naming Sebastian Martin. So then I have Wesley Todd, and he has Carson Todd and Chloe Grace. I don't know why they named her Chloe Todd. Of course, my name is Tony Todd. I felt like George Foreman, you know? I'm grateful to have them here, and Susan and Chloe are back at Amarillo and hopefully doing well. So I had an associate one time. She said, "You're too scripted." And I'm kind of scripted, but I'm kind of flying by the seat of my pants too. And like Ava, I want to thank all the churches I served and what they taught me, and what I learned from laity, and how I learned to have friends in the church that helped and supported me through my ministry at Dumas Hunt Memorial and Spurlock Chapel at that time. And Wesley was baby Jesus the first Christmas we were there. We had just moved from Denver, where I went to the Olive School of Theology, and we locked everything. When we moved from Dumas to Denver, I mean, we locked the gas cap. So we locked the car. Well, the Spurlock Chapel people still do about pounding of the pastor. We go out, and there is a grocery, because I locked my car before I went out there. And there are groceries all on the top of our car. Fun, formative years. And then we went to Sunray and stayed 5 years. And then we went to Shamrock and Kelton. And then we went to Spearman. Somebody said at one time, if you keep going like this, S's will be all the appointments you get. Spearman, Sunray,
Shamrock.
Went to Perryton, Tampa first, and then I did what I call my desert experience in Hobbs, New Mexico. And then I came on the cabinet, and that has been a ride. And I appreciate all those who served with me. I was there for 6 years. I know the bishop will be sorry to see me go. And you know, Steve McElroy, who used to be, as he calls it, on the dark side, Steve McElroy came on, and I'd known Steve earlier on, but I didn't know Steve like this. I mean, you talk about a rounder. And there were times when the bishop wanted to separate us because we were sitting by each other, but the cabinet will be dull, Bishop, which you may appreciate. In fact, my good friend Lane Boyd said, you know, I could stand some dull.
Yeah.
I was ordained deacon here in this Radford auditorium. I mean, a real deacon. You know, back when deacons were deacons.
Amen. Preach it, brother.
Had such good, fond memories of, I did not go to McMurray, but I had fond memories of this campus when we had assembly here. And that dates me, but that's okay. I'm dated. The bishop says dinosaur, and I'm a dinosaur. So anyway, and my wife is standing here going, is he going to shut up? She was going to get real close to me so she could pinch me.
There you go.
But anyway, just so many things. I've been coming to this annual conference since I was 5 years old. And it was, you know, there's just so many memories of this conference. My dad was a Methodist preacher. I lived in somebody else's house for 64 years. And I had a new home, brand new home in Amarillo, Texas. And when we get back, we're going to move in. And what am I going to do? Well, I'm going to cook. I'm going to go through Paula Dean's recipe books. Valerie and I are good Paula Dean fans, and I'm going to cook everything I can cook, play some tennis. Hopefully my grandson will let me win. Avery is a good tennis player. And I'm going to watch movies and watch my soap opera, The Young and the Restless. I already got invitation to preach. I'll preach a little. I'll play tennis. I'll sleep.
I'll play tennis.
I'll play tennis. I'll cook. Take care of the yard. Play tennis. When I went to Shamrock first Sunday, I greeted people at the door. People came by and said, now I followed Julius early, mind you. And they'd say, well, you got any sins? I thought, well, yeah, but I'm not telling you. So anyway, Bishop, how is this for 10 seconds? But anyway, finally I figured it out. They want to know if I played golf. Because Julius Early was a golfer. I mean, he played golf all the time. And they had their own code. You know, there's sins. I thought, no, you got the wrong preacher this time. You got somebody who played tennis. But anyway, God has blessed me richly with my wife. And I was reading in the Trinity Methodist paper newsletter, and I guess this was Doug Bill's idea. It said the Dyess duo, and they were going to honor us. And we are a duo. We have worked together well, and we have just celebrated 41 years of marriage, and 6 years of working together was wonderful. I didn't have to worry about any preachers complaining about me to the ministry assistant. They're going to be a shy more than just me always. When we were in Perryton, she was the organist there. And they said, you go on, we're going to keep her, we'll get another preacher, we may not find another organist. So she has been my partner in the ministry and all the way through. Appreciate Lane and Tamara Boyd. When we could, we would visit Polk Street, and they've been good support. And I want to say a special thank you to Don Boren. He's not boring, by the way. He's anything but. He's got that facade that makes you think he looks like a professor, you know. And so, gentlemanly, well, I got news for you. Don rescued my sanity. And I thank you, Don. Somebody from Asbury Seminary, bonding together with some liberal from Isla School of Theology. So, it has been wonderful. What will we do? What will we do? I don't know exactly, but I like the words that John Wesley said in his covenant prayer. I'm no longer my own, but thine, even in retirement. Put me to what thou wilt. Rank me with whom thou wilt. Put me to doing. Put me to suffering. Let me be employed for thee or laid aside for thee, exalted for thee or brought low by thee. Let me be full. Let me be empty. Let me have all things. Let me have nothing. I freely and heartily yield all things to thy pleasure and disposal. And now, glorious and blessed God, Father and Son and Holy Spirit, thou art mine and I am thine. So be it. And the covenant which I have made on earth, let it be ratified in heaven. Amen. Thank you.
Amen.